Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick tutorial to show how I cut out the Vestibule Mini Wallet using my Silhouette Cameo 4. I don't have experience with other cutting machines. This I use SVG files for, and you do have to have, I think, the designer, hang on. Okay, so I have my computer set to always open SVG files with the Silhouette program. So because of that, my logo looks like the Silhouette logo. Yours might look like the Cricut logo. It could look like a Microsoft Edge logo. It all depends on the settings on your computer. So I'm going to open that with Silhouette. And it is the business edition is what I have. There are different levels. All right, so when we open this, these are all of the exterior pieces that we need to cut. First, I ungroup it, which is under the object, ungroup, and you have to do it twice for some reason. I'm not sure why. So that's all ungrouped. Now I'm going to click on the 1-inch square, make sure that it shows 1 inch by 1 inch. And that just is to verify that your piece is pulled in correctly. And I'm going to delete that because we don't need to cut that out. All right, so all the rest of my pieces are on here. They're fitting on my 12 by 12 mat. I'm going to go to send. And I do have a craft blade. However, it doesn't seem to cut that accurately, so I don't like to use it for this. I'm going to move this up just a little bit so it's not so close to the bottom. My settings are to have it on cut, and I did not turn on my Cameo first, so I need to wait for that to register my machine. Okay, so I have pre-saved these settings under MMK vinyl for Mormino. So this, what I'm using is a Mormino glitter vinyl, Mormino Luxe glitter vinyl. It's the one that has like the leather feeling or microfiber type backing. So I have it set to a blade depth of 10, force of 33, and this is with the auto blade. And I have a Cameo 4. Passes, I do 4 just to make sure it gets it. Speed is set to 7. All right, so now if we come over to the machine, I have my mat here, and this is my vinyl. So you see the front is very shiny, the back is like a microfiber. So I'm going to place it right side down on my mat, and that's because it sticks better that way. And then I just really smooth it out. You could use a tool if you have one to smooth it, but you just want to make sure it's filling up the full mat within the marks. So I cut a whole square that's 12 by 12. There will be a little scrap, but not much. All right, just make sure that's pressed on really well. I'm going to load my mat. And then I'm going to click send in the program. And then it's going to start cutting. First, it sets the blade to the correct depth. So it's going to go 10 times. And then it's going to cut around every single piece 4 times. And I'm going to speed this part up. All right, once this is finished cutting, before I eject it from the machine, I'm going to peel back a corner and make sure that my pieces are actually cut all the way through. If they're not, I'm going to send it through a second time, and they did not cut all the way through, so that's wonderful. But it looks like some of them did. Okay, so like I don't want to cut the pieces that did cut all the way through. I'm guessing my blade got a little bit gunked up with the microfiber. All right, so I'm only going to set this to recut the pieces that did not cut all the way through as soon as I figure out which ones that is. That one. Okay, I'm assuming that one looks like it cut all the way through. 2 little zipper tabs. Okay, I'm going to have it cut over the zipper tabs and these 2 pieces down here a second time. So back on my computer, I'm going to select the pieces that I don't want to cut again, and I'm going to click on no cut. So those ones won't cut. These ones, it will go around again. And because I didn't eject the mat from the machine, it will stay in the same position. All right, now let's check. Still didn't. I'm going to finish these off with scissors. And then I think I'll pop my blade out. It's a brand new blade, so, but I think the microfiber kind of sticks on it a little bit. You know what? This actually came out fine. It just kind of had to cut through that front layer. Or rip through. Whatever, as long as it worked out okay. So, I'm going to pop my blade out real quick and just look at it to see if there's a lot of the microfiber on it. Clean it off if there is. Pop it back in, and I honestly use the same settings. I don't know if I should or not, but I use the same settings to cut the lining too. So this is a waterproof canvas from Fabric Therapy. It doesn't have the plasticky backing like a lot of the waterproof canvases do. So I don't think it matters if you place it right side up or right side down, and none of these pieces matter. I would place it so that the top is at the top because the pieces are oriented to cut in that way. I'm going to load this, and then I'm going to switch over on my computer. I'm going to close the exterior. I'm not going to save my changes, but obviously you could if that was something you wanted to save, but I have half of the pieces set to not cut. So, and then I'm going to open the lining file. All right, and just like the exterior, this has all of the pieces that you need out of the lining. So I'm going to start with ungrouping, object, ungroup, and do that twice. I'm going to click on only my 1-inch square, make sure that it is exactly 1 inch by 1 inch, and then I'm going to delete that. And then I'm just going to arrange my pieces however they need to be. So I'm just going to scoot these up a little bit so that they aren't so close to the edge at the bottom. All right, and my mat is already loaded, so I'm going to go to send. They're all set. If you highlight everything and you can see what it's set at cut, auto cut, and I'm just going to use the same settings. I can honestly turn the force down just a little bit on this. So I'll probably put it at like 29. I certainly don't know the best way. I just know what I do. And send. All right, and I can see that this cut all the way through, so I'm going to eject my mat. Move that out of the way. All right, and you might have some little strings because this is fabric. So I just keep my scissors handy to snip those off so that I don't make it fray. And then we'll just go ahead and take all of these off the mat and we will begin sewing.